Our other focus today is Transgender Day of Visibility, a day to celebrate the achievements of transgender rights activists and to increase awareness of the ongoing challenges that transgender and gender non-conforming people face. It comes at a time when lawmakers around the country are passing legislation that puts limits on the transgender community and their rights. There are various events happening around town. We put a full list of them on our website, abc7news.com. But I think most of all, it's just a time to really think about the folks in our community who have done a lot, will continue to do a lot, and who need our support.
You desperately need our support. There is legislation in actually every state, so let's not count out California, that are coming for trans people in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, that can be on the extreme end. That could also be in our state. I'll just talk about in California, there's a bill that I was looking at actually last week that would require the school to notify a parent if a child decides to use a different pronoun at school. Right now, you don't have to do that. Why would you do that? That's their business. And if a student comes to me or something and says, I like my pronouns to be they, them, or she, her, or whatever the case, sure, I'll honor that. That's fine. So,
and also, and you might think, okay, well, what's the big deal about informing the parent?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're probably a really good person.
Yeah.
And there wouldn't be consequences for your child if they came home and the teacher informed you.
Right.
There are lots of people who are not very good people.
Yeah.
And they would hear that and they would freak all the way out, and possibly it would be very bad for their child. So
yeah,
there are reasons that that would be a bad idea.
Yes, exactly. And especially if a student is coming to you and maybe saying that I haven't informed my parents or caregiver yet. And that is their right to be able to take their time and how they want to do that. So and that's happening here. So if you hadn't heard about that, just make sure to familiarize yourself with our own legislation.